what don't you groove to? You seem like you would do a lot, though. I feel that energy.
Like, for instance, it depends on if I'm in the mood, because like there's a time for like punk. There's a time for metal. There's like in the Bible, the time for everything. Right? There's a time for hip hop.
I thought you was reciting the scripture.
Is there anything better than a trip getting ready? Nope. For a long journey where our podcast released a new epi, searching for a fade fiending, new fixation. Giving this a subscribe is the same sensation. Started with the day ones, they gave us fuel to support the season. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here for a reason. Notification bells, text some friends, all to let you know. Check your Bluetooth, connect, talking with Donato.
Welcome in, everyone. Episode 189, McLaughing, with our guest, Rochelle McConico. Rochelle.
I'm here.
Our bell. Man, this is good. This is good. This is what I want. I wanted you on this pod. It finally happened.
Well, then shoulder shake. I don't see you shoulder shaking that. Oh, that tells me how excited.
I'm dancing on the table. That's how cool I am. Up here, it's all pie. Down low, tap dancing. You can't even put me out right now.
You got some river dance going on down there.
You know what? Maybe I could betray a little bit. No, because I can't give away the secret. See, I was about to tell you my step, what I was doing. But no, I'll keep that to myself. I want the listeners to wonder. I wonder what he does over there.
Yes.
They are Latin dance. You name it. Little salsa, bachata, cumbia.
I need to see what shoes you have on under the desk.
That's all going on underneath. So I want to know, do you dance? Are you a dancer?
Yes.
Oh.
But not like a trained or anything of that.
No, that's fine. I think those are some of the best dancers, the natural. We call it social dancing. Mm-hmm. So the last cookout you was at, were you dancing?
No.
What happened? Oh, you had a nice outfit. You trying to be?
I was chilling. I didn't want to be a spectacle. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody else was dancing, so it would have just been me, like really grooving. So I just chair danced for that.
I done started the party a few times. What are you talking about? And then people thank me at the end. See, you were holding yourself back, Rochelle, trying to be all nice. But she was really being mean.
I was keeping the mellow.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, there's been a few times, because I am a dancer. Me and my lady, we like to partner dance, and we'll partner dance to anything. But there's been a couple of outfits where I realized at the end, hey man, I wish I wouldn't even. Why couldn't I sit still? Because sweated the whole thing. God, I could have wore this to bar mitzvah. Ain't happening now.
Yeah.
So
I like to dance. I kind of like to be in my own groove. I'm fine with being in a place and closing my eyes and like dancing and just hearing the music and being in that vibration. Yeah.
Okay, Rochelle, if I'm dancing, I'm in the middle of the floor. Maybe I got a drink or not. I don't think you're a real dancer if you got that drink, because that drink is limited. But okay, I'm sitting here. But if I do the overbite, are you judging me because I do the overbite?
Well, no, it looks like you're getting into it. That look like you having the most fun. Like, oh, y'all ain't seeing this. Y'all better catch this. Like, oh, he getting it. Oh, all right. Okay. You know, that makes, you could be doing anything, but you put that in there, that little emphasis, and now we got to cheer for you. Like, oh, yeah, all right.
To know, because they must have missed something. Maybe it was that last lyric. Maybe it's that bass line. Y'all ain't up on this.
Where y'all at? Okay. That was the boom. Oh, you don't know that.
Where I'm from, this is how we do it. Bro, you went to high school with me. Oh, but I'm saying you weren't with me in middle school. This is how we did it back in
college. We is a general term.
Okay, then, Rochelle, how about this? Last time you was at the club, not performing. You know what I'm talking about. Traditional club atmosphere. Maybe some friends and family asked you out. Were you dancing there? Or were you sitting at the table drinking, holding up the wall? Did you dance there?
Well, I went to the Mayfair to listen to Kendrick Lamar. They was doing his whole like discography or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I went to go to that. And first, you got to come in and you got to check the temperature. You know what I'm saying? You got to find your spot. Then you post up. Energy ain't hitting over here. You might have to do something else. You know what I'm saying? But me, I had to go by the DJ booth where the speakers that you're gonna get that vibration in your body, right?
Yes.
And I stood there for a while and watched folks and like, all right, and then now we on it. do. They not like us. Hey, yeah. Now we in the things and everybody comes and we're all jamming. So that's a good feeling, dancing together.
You got me. I didn't know we was gonna go here, but we go with the flow on talking with Donato. I gotta know then. What was the last formal event you went to, and did you dance there? When they said, "All right, that's the formal part of the award show. It's over. We got a DJ. We're gonna have this floor open for all of you." Did you dance there?
Well, I don't go to many formal events, but if I was at, like, for instance, a wedding,
yes,
I would dance. I'd probably be dancing with a drink or a piece of cake at that point because I'm just in the vibe.
Yeah.
Where's the attention supposed to be on this married couple and all that? So I'm just y'all doing it. Yeah, right.
Wait, I know. Come on, man. Everybody, mama, tell them don't be dancing and eating and saying you can't talk with food in your mouth and you can't dance with food in your mouth. Rochelle, did you know that?
Now you can do a great little two-step. And the fork becomes part of the dance. Boom. They can't be the full plate, you know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be just a cake.
Yeah, I like that. Hey, you know what you just did? You just set me up for the next wedding I go to. Going by my damn self. I ain't taking my wife. I'm going by myself. All I need in this life of sin is cake and a fork. And that's it. That's what you just said. That's all I need. Now I ain't got to pay for her outfit, her hair, her nails, all that stuff to accompany me.
But you can't. But here's the thing: you can't dance with cake like you dance with your woman. You can't do that. That ain't the same. You can't groove. You can't be like groove. You can't spin it. You know what I'm saying? That's only for the two-step, the bop. But you need your wife to be turning.
Michelle, didn't I tell you when I'm with wifey, I sweat out stuff.
Yes.
With that cake and that fork, once it's gone, it gone. And you said it's only a two-step. When I'm with her, man, I'm trying to Saturday Night Fever that joint. I be dipping her, spinning her, let her fall into her arms. She pick me back up, but I'm gonna take it easy if I do the cake.
You fall into her arms and she picks you back up.
One move. We got this
y'all
one
be going.
I don't even really telegraph it. Really, that's true partner social dancing. And so there's times where I'll dip her, but then there's a time where I'll turn my back to her. She's behind me doing a little mimic, and then I just fall all the way back into her arms. She catches me, and then she throws me back up to my feet.
Yeah.
We don't mess around.
Yeah, y'all serious?
No, I know we out there. I know we out there on some viral. Look up couples dancing at the park. We don't, we dance everywhere, but yeah,
y'all be getting it. Okay.
Man, we don't mess around. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this then? What music don't you like to dance to? Like if this come on, you like, man, I'm good. I'm gonna just go ahead. That DJ it'll get through. It's about 2.5 minutes. Next song will be on. What don't you groove to? You seem like you would do a lot though. I feel that energy.
Like for instance, it depends on if I'm in the mood because like there's a time for like punk. There's a time for metal. There's like in the Bible, there's a time for everything, right? There's a time for hip hop.
I thought you was reciting the scripture. I thought is that Revelations? Revelations Friday night. Is that what 7:15? Revelation 7:15 p.m. Friday night says, "Thou shalt get down with the metal right now."
Yeah, right. Because music is supposed to express emotions, or It does. It expresses emotions. And so sometimes you need to hear the feral like
Yeah.
screaming of like this society is jacked up. And you're like, yes, 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 right?
Yeah.
Or you need to be like, those people are pedophiles. They not like us. That's not good,
Yes.
right? And you
Yes.
need to be like uh, connecting with people that way. Or you want to hear a country song or a blues song where the guitar speaks, right? And
Yep.
the guitar
Yep.
makes those is doing the crying and the sadness
Yes.
and the emotion that is in there. And then on those, that might be where you have your drink, right? That
Oh,
might
wait,
be
wait, wait a minute. You said I can get some cake, I can get a fork, and I can get a drink. All to accompany my man. You just broke up my whole relationship. Home record. I don't need that girl. Please, you just told. When I be done with this pot, I'm gonna go out there looking. I'm like, I don't need you. And she be like, "What's her name?" Rochelle McConico. And then you be like, "What?" I didn't even intentionally break that one up. That's a new one for me. But no, girl, I didn't. I don't know what you talking about.
Oh, I didn't know that this whole
Wow.
relationship was so replaceable with cake, forks, and drinks.
Well, dancing is that important to me. Uh, as you can tell, what are we 10 minutes in, and we still talk about you and your dancing? Because I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So I guess you asked me what I don't. I mean, I'm not as interested, I think, in like EDM or trance type music. I do think it still has its place if you've taken some drugs and you're just in your vibe and you're not trying to be around nobody. I think
No.
there's something beautiful about that as well. But it's not my favorite. Like I'm not a raver or anything like
Yeah. Okay. Right. Man, we learned a lot there, Rochelle.
that.
I'm glad we had that. I want to go to another thing, something that you kind of hit on there. Rochelle, for those who don't know you, one of your hats is you're a comedian.
Mhm.
And have you ever done a little crowd work or said something and your mama and them, your cousin, somebody showed up and then you home wrecked your own relationship? They got mad at you or it hit a little too close to home. Have you ever offended people? I'm not even gonna say the ones you care about because I did mention people close to you, but I'm sure that feels like that's got to happen a lot. And I've never asked a comedian this, so I'm just curious.
No. Mostly because more than likely my family doesn't come to stuff,
Oh,
um, and so I I have offended them in the sense of like at home when I'm like trying to show you the video, and then I'm like, oh, I say pussy a lot. Okay, yeah, maybe go to this joke. Oh no, this joke too. All right,
yeah,
or I'll talk about my mom being sick and that relationship and things, or
yeah,
if I talk about my dad, which I have jokes in there. So I
yeah,
think those are areas that I think really it was not about we didn't even get to the part of mom and dad and all of that. I think
yeah,
just expressing sexuality was difficult for my family. That's just kind of the way it's like a repression. Like female virtue is more understated
yeah,
and not showy, and we don't talk about certain things. And I do.
yeah,
I do. So I think that is kind of the area where there's been some friction. But like as far as being on stage, no, the people I'm offending usually is like white folks that's mad mad at something that I said, or if I'm actually I've had a time where I told a joke that I thought was really funny, but someone came up to me afterwards and was like, actually, that was super offensive. And it made me sad. And I decided that wasn't a joke that I wanted to continue doing.
yeah,
I've done that. And I've had a joke that was really funny and everyone was laughing, but then I was like, why are they laughing?
Oh,
and I didn't like why they were laughing, so I stopped doing that joke.
man, you aim to please. Look
Well,
at you, empathetic comedian. You care.
yeah, I do. I do care. I mean, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to say things that might be harsh or offensive. It means that I will look into that,
Yeah.
and see if that is something that a hill I want to die on, if you will. Right?
Huh.
Yeah, you're saying this thing. Is this what you meant to say? You're saying it to these people. Are these the who becomes the butt of the joke if these people are laughing? Right?
Mhm.
Okay, well, that's not what I'm trying to get at. So therefore, I don't need to do that material, or I can rewrite it. To punch at in the direction I really want to punch in.
Okay, I want to see one thing here. The name. Man, that name is so awesome. First of all, I didn't know you could put so many C's and O's in a couple names. We don't know what's going on there. Do you get compliments on the name? I'm a name guy. I like Rochelle McConico. You can go so many different ways. You can make it sound Italian. You might be able to make that thing French. It could be as English. I don't do accents. It could be as English and proper as you'd like for it to be. What what the heck? Do you
I
even
think
use
it's
it
really
to
funny
say
that you
things?
decided that we have in this interview, and you bring up my last name particularly, um, because something just happened to me,
Oh,
and I don't know if this is gonna get edited out, but let me tell you what happened. What had
well,
happened?
what happened?
I did a show at this place called Mama's Merlot
Yeah.
in Buda, which is a lovely spot. It's like a speakeasy or what have you. And you go downstairs into this like bunker area. Super fun. But the audience was being a little weird. So someone makes a joke about slavery of some type, like um selling someone into slavery, something blah, blah, blah. And the audience member goes, "Well, for how much?" And I was like, "What?"
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then someone else makes a really, really outlandish statement. And so when I go up to the mic, I was like, as one of only two black people in this room, y'all white people getting scary up in
Yeah.
here. Really bad. This dude acting like he got a bad deal. Like, how much did you get paid? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so we're in that energy, but we're laughing together. And the set's over, the show's over, and here comes this dude up to me. Hey, I just loved your set. It was so fun. Your last name's McConico. I'm like, yeah, it is. And he's like, yeah, man, I knew a lot of McConicos in Tennessee. Like they're in all different places. And they spell their names a little different. Some with one N, some with two. But that's because there was a lot of illiteracy going on when we like let them go. And I was like, wait, what?
Oh.
He was like, they took, we were so good to them that they took our names.
Oh.
He's like,
No.
so I'm a McConico too.
Oh.
And he was like, you have the McConico cheekbones.
No. Wait a minute. I ain't cutting nothing out. Keep it. What?
And then he added, do you want to know where the name comes from? Because you said that. Do you want to know where the name comes from? He was like, first we were Scottish, then we moved to Ireland, then we came to America and we had your people. He never said like own them or like slavery. He just like we had them, we were together, we're like family. And I was like, I think this dude is casually telling me that his people owned my people. So
Yo.
that's where the McConaughey name comes from, and I only know that because I met my former family's owners. Family.
Rodney McConico. Rodney came up to Rochelle and say, like, yo, sis. I always called your people, sis. What?
We're family. He was so nice about it.
So he wasn't trying to be offensive. He really was just exploring the history with you.
He was very happy. He was like, man, it's good to meet another McConico because we have McConicos all over that are really talented. There's a black one in this place. There's a white one over here. We're down in California. Like, so he's like really giving me history.
I see that.
But there's never a point where he goes, yeah, because I mean, I'm sorry, that is our history, that we enslaved, these people, and then they call themselves McConico. But we have been working together as a family. I am proud of the family legacy or whatever. But I was like, I think he's just casually being like, yeah, you have one end that was good. I guess they were sneaking and learning how to read and write. You know what I'm saying?
You presented me with so much more. So first of all, you might hate me. The listeners may hate me. I appreciate that he kept saying we and our, like y'all are all a family. And then I just gotta know, do you know that people came out of Tennessee that went to another place and then you ended up somehow in Austin? Do you think the lineage goes?
Well, I told him that my dad was from California, and he said,
Right.
I'm from California. And I was like, oh, okay.
Wait a minute.
And he was like, we're all up and down the coast. So, because my dad didn't ever talk about his family. So it put me in a kind of weird position where I would have wanted to cut this conversation off, but I don't know enough about my family history or name or any of that. And so here's an opportunity to know. And from a guy who's being very nice about it, there was definitely some double-mindedness for that.
Rochelle, we all want to know. Sorry, I gotta jump in here. You get his number. Y'all exchange information.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I have his Instagram. And I'm like, I met the person who owes me reparations. Like,
wait, no, Rochelle, that's not where we going. See,
let's get it. Let's get it. I know who I gotta get the money from. And look, if I do some fraud or whatever off that dude, it's okay because he owes me. That's my money.
You know we gonna air this on IG, and then he gonna see this and he gonna block you, and you'll never hear from him again. Now.
Oh well, hey, if you listening, I would like to say I think you owe me a plane ticket somewhere. I mean, give back, brother. Give back, fam. Okay, fam. You literally got free labor, so give back.
I gotta ask something else then. The next time his family have a reunion, I'm just saying, if they're like him, it sounds like they may want some of y'all to roll through. I mean, it kind of sounds like that. Like, hey guys, no harm, no foul, right? Like, are we cool now?
It's been a while, you know.
Yeah, that was last year. Come on, man.
Y'all still
this year energy.
Y'all seem like y'all really holding on to that. Okay.
Tennessee.
All I'm saying is they got to pay for stuff. That's all. I would go to all the things. I'm part of this family, but I already paid. Like my people paid, so now it's your turn to pay. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. There's some back wages that need to be brought forward.
You know what I'm saying? No, because actually, like in a real way, 40 acres and a mule right now is worth about $160,000.
I know it's not as much as you think.
Right, but $160,000 for every human Black person who could trace their lineage back to slavery. So that's a lot of wealth created and taken out of the Black community, right? So it is owed. Like it really is owed.
No.
But
Norway has this thing that they do. They actually provide a fund to everyone in the country, and it comes out to about $200,000 per person. Now, Norway is not a big country, but we ain't talking about the whole United States of America. We started with the Black vote, which is what, 14% of the population by those numbers, census, whatever. So, hey man, gotta start somewhere.
Yo, they got billions of dollars for other things. They make money. They can print it when they need to. Print mine. Print mine, man.
I normally don't talk politics, but I am quick to say that when we're giving billions away to other people in conflicts, places, what did Muhammad Ali say? He said the Viet Cong ain't never called me.
Yeah, that's right.
So if we send in money to countries that you and I both know would never be on our list of places to visit, what we doing, man? What we doing? What we doing?
Yeah, I mean, most times people, like, I've read things where people say, with the money that we've sent, we could eradicate homelessness. We could work on our healthcare system, right? There's like a lot of other ways that we could spend our money, but we usually spend it in war and military stuff. That's where all our money really goes to. And so for me, I'm like, y'all have a debt that is owed. Like I think the Japanese received reparations. And
Yes,
I'm
sir.
like, okay, so you understood. We
We
did
did.
this. It was bad. We owe you. Well, you owe us too.
So what are we doing there? Do you think it's a matter of let's let's have them indebted to us. Let's have them indebted to us. But to your point, we're not going to take care of the people here that we owe a debt to in America. You know what I mean?
Well,
It's backwards. And
well, you know, we
yeah,
don't pay our debts. We're pretty broke. We leverage everybody. We got all this money, but really it's all on credit. Like if you look at our deficit, right?
our
And there
deficit.
we literally have a deficit. And we just
But
like,
hey,
I mean, we already
I'm,
just far down.
honestly though, that ain't my deficit. That's your deficit, Rochelle. You know what I mean? What you mean our deficit? Because again, I'm one of those people who's like, I tell you to go get that money. I tell you to help them. I only know them, and they don't know me. What are we doing here? You know what? Why don't we help people that's like us then? Right? That we got something in common. So find another country that's got the demographics like us. You know what I mean? Of America that is diverse. And let's start there. That's a world power. Oh, there ain't none. Well, what can I
Well,
say?
you know,
They
you
can
gotta
take
have
out loans. Like we could loan them money that we know we're getting back. You know what? Like, look, we got enough tough people in America. We be like, hey, is the first of the month, y'all owe? We taking something. We can
no, that would
rebuild
just
stuff.
make us the what's that monetary form? International
The
Monetary Fund?
loan sharks.
IMF. Yeah, like there's already a bank that lends money to different countries, and then those countries wind up being super super poor, right? So
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I don't think that's
yeah.
gonna help. We owe them too. Here's the thing: the thing about America is we owe a lot of people. We do
Yep,
coups. We've been doing coups, right?
yep.
We've been we've been
We got
sending
you, bro.
people
You
to
trying to overtake us?
destabilize their area. You know what I'm saying? We've been
Yep.
bombing. You know what I'm saying? So everybody over here, like, I think America. Oh, huh? What is happening? Like that's why you
See, they
see the
ain't
what is
coming
it?
for us.
Huh?
They ain't coming for us to get their money back though. We that cousin that you don't want to mess with, man. We good. I'm good. I know he owe me that money, but nah, I ain't messing with him.
Right. That is the almost the exact sentiment of like the ICJ, right? Or the UN or whatever. Right? They're like, hey man, y'all just bullies. But I guess we ain't gonna do nothing because they got a lot of weapons over there.
Tuck your chain, America looking.
Yeah,
Nah, man.
we very Debo, right?
That's I do tell people, I'm a veteran, but I tell people, aside from us having an amazing military and people that volunteer, we're not a conscript country where you're forced to go serve for a couple of years
We
like
are
Israel,
now
like
if
Korea,
a war comes.
Germany. Well, hey, it is on the decline.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't volunteering like they used to. You know what? It's also the fact that we are the standards are not what they used to be, as in the standards are a little more strict as far as like meds for recruiting. So a perfectly good Donato could show up, but if I tell them that I was on some type of Ritalin or some ADD or ADHD thing, now they want all this info. Now, how many people got all that info? So then those people are never coming back to the recruiters. Or maybe I got it, I supply it to you, and then y'all tell me, oh, that's too recent. Come back in a year, 2 years. Well, now I'm about to go make my own way and maybe enjoy that way, and I may never get back to you. So that's part of it.
I
And
do
then,
think so, yeah.
and then lastly, the numbers have just been dwindling because not that I am about conflict, but ever since the world, you got to think about these world wars, World War I, World War II, that took a big amount of America to focus on it. So we had a lot of vets that came back. But ever since, those numbers have been dwindling. And now we're in single digits where a person has someone in their family that served. That's like 9%. Like when I was a kid, when I first went in, it was in like 25% of us had someone that served. Nowadays, it's like 8% of us had it, and that's like your third cousin. I heard my third cousin to somebody, and not all that is hurting us.
Well, I don't know. My family, not my immediate family, me and my mom, but my family is a military family,
Oh,
and so we have colonels and we have all of the things, and they're like
big
mostly
dogs.
military, right? And so I understand like the need for people to be in the military, and how it can be a very good thing as far as like
Oh,
being
no
taken
doubt.
care of on the back end, being able to have like a second career kind of happening. You got more.
Yep.
There's some good health care, like better health care than we over here scrambling trying to get.
Yep.
So there's a lot of benefits to that. But I think we started to scale down because we were trying to not be always
Yes.
worrying. Like,
Yes.
I mean, here's
Yes.
the thing: if I
That's
make a gun, I'm gonna want to fire it. After a while, the paper just ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? After a while, who was talking? Who owe us
Hey,
money?
when
What did you
you in
say
a
over there?
line with your new shoes and you by yourself and a group of people step on your shoes, be like, oh, my bad, man, my foot was in the way. But then when you in line with all of your people, you deep, and they step on your shoes, like, what? What?
Let's go. You know.
There's a difference. No, you're spot on. I like your part, because that's another part of it. I agree. Okay, so then, Rochelle, I mean, let me tell you something. I've been in other countries. I lived in Germany for 3 years. I lived in Korea for a year. So I met people from those countries, and they're like, "Yo, what y'all doing? What y'all smoking on in America? Why do y'all intentionally join a military?" They don't understand that, because in those countries you're forced to serve, and none of them want to do it, but they do it because they kind of forced to. So my thing is, I think we need to look at our medical standards, and I think we need to maybe lax it, because if there is a big population that wants to serve and they're medically disqualified, we wrong. I'm gonna tell you, I had a job one time. I had a job in the army, and I worked at a gym handing out towels. I was a perfectly fit soldier. Now there's a lot more to it. That'd be a boring. You have to catch me whenever somebody brings me on lay pie and we talk about me. But tell me that ain't a job that a person that's in a wheelchair couldn't do. And they serve in the military. And then all that stuff you just said, medical for the rest of their lives, a good retirement. That person could serve 20 years doing that job and some other jobs. And then that's one less, I hate to say this, able-bodied person we got to bring in, because we taking all types.
I mean, I like that the idea of service should be broad, broadened, and what
Yes.
Matching, what is actually needed. How able do I have to be to do these particular jobs? I might
Yes.
be the brilliant. I need to be a strategist, but I'm in a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
and I can still be brilliant. Like that doesn't
Come on.
preclude that. So.
Yeah, no, it's it. And some people are confined. Look, I'm a biker boy. I don't went 177 miles per hour on a motorcycle, confirmed. Yes, confirmed. And any little small incident could have made me end up in a wheelchair, but I survived. I had no issues. So it's that degree of change that I could still be the same person. I could still be the same person that honorably served, who the Army loved having. Just something changed. But they would have never gotten me if they would have been like, "Nah, bro, you in a wheelchair. We can't do nothing with you."
Yeah.
But we'll take I'm using wheelchair, but we're taking other people and we're using them everywhere else in our life, and they're good enough for that.
I mean, I think everyone who wants to serve and is in the mental capacity to do so, because some, the stress can make you a full metal jacket type stuff, right? And so, it can serve, should be able to, if that's what they want to do, they should be able to. I mean, think about part of the reason that there's so many, like, at least on the front line part, there winds up being a lot of Black and brown folks, is because it's a pathway. You know what I'm saying? It's a gateway. Like, okay, we have all this stuff going on in our neighborhoods that, I don't play basketball that well. You know what I'm saying? Right? Or I've never been a great singer. I don't think they're gonna find me. Right? Whatever these pathways that we've like, I'm not a doctor, right? Like whatever it is that we're trying to get out of this struggle. A lot of times, people choose the military as one of the ways to do that. So I think anyone that wants to take that pathway and is able to do so should, yeah.
Man, you just gave me lyrics. I know Biggie did it, but either you got a jump shot, sling the crack rock, you sing pop, or you smart enough to be a doc. And somehow I'm gonna put that into
yeah.
I'm gonna do that. Appreciate you. But that brings me to my question. Look at you. You're my rap muse. What or who is your comedy muse? What puts you into that mood to write? What gets you there when you're like, man, let me create some stuff here?
Oh, I don't think I have a muse in that way. Like not a person or anything. Like I'm not gonna go watch some comedy specials and then be like, oh, I feel like writing. Actually, usually the opposite. So like I enjoyed them, and I might be looking at the structure or how something works, how the design is underneath, but that's not for my creativity. It's for formatting purposes.
Yeah.
Looking at like, okay, what is the difference in their delivery in podcast versus on a streaming site versus a live, all those things. So that's a different piece of my brain. But to write, I just need life for that. So I really have to just go out and be, and then either while I'm walking or while I'm driving, I'll usually have thoughts pop in that I'm like, that's funny. But it's the living, because when you go out and look at people and notice the things that we do, that's what that's really where your commentary comes from, because you're like, I feel this is absurd, or is this absurd, or why do we do this, or have you noticed that this is something we do, right? And so all of that comes from actively participating with folks and having life,
Rochelle, so now people realize why I was so excited to get you on, because this has been amazing. I want to go to one other thing. I always, we use little road signs when we meet people, when you see things, to help us judge or figure them out. It doesn't mean it's right, but I like to play that game. So if you will oblige me, it is your senior year of high school. Now, whether you brown bagged it or not, stay with me. You just got out of the cafeteria line. The lunch dude just went schlop, put that chili on your plate. You know you shouldn't be eating it, but you're going to give it a whirl. You come out that line. What table are you about to go sit at? The jocks? The nerds? What groups were you sitting with?
Well, where are the black people at?
Now, they over there in the corner.
You gotta I gotta know where the black people are. Wherever the black people are, that's where I'm sitting. Wherever we at, that's me too.
I'm over there. Oh, so Rochelle, you over there in the loud section. Oh, no, I ain't say that.
I mean, when I was in college, they had a table right in the center of the cafeteria that all the black people would sit at, and they would play dominoes and spades and stuff. That's the table to be at, bro. And so that was where is it live at? Where the party at? All right. Okay. If I sit with the black people, chances are it's gonna be live. Okay.
So then you're great. This is why I asked that question, because now I see something which I gotta ask. So you feel comfortable? Let's say you don't know anybody in. You still you think then college or even now, you feel comfortable enough to roll up and be like, yo, what's up, y'all? What we doing over here?
let's see. I usually feel comfortable most places that I am because I
Wow.
can see the humanity that unites us.
Uh-huh.
So if I'm probably most comfortable around women.
Yeah.
Um, but I once there's a certain amount of white women, then I'm like not comfortable again because now I got to deal with whiteness, which is
Yeah,
different than
it
just
is.
being a woman, right? And so now I got to deal with a whole lot of whiteness. So I like a mix, okay?
Uh-huh.
Get some colors and different
Blood mix.
perspectives and stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if I had could sit at a table, it would look like similar to my like fifth grade, fourth grade photo, where there's like everybody. There's lots of
You
sprinklings,
know?
or like the you know how they we grew up with this multicultural training, and you look at the book, and the book got somebody got a kufi on, like somebody's in a wheelchair, right? Like if I could sit at a table, if I could choose what the table looked like, that's what it would look like. It would have a lot of different people.
Rochelle, you sound like me, and I don't meet many people that are like that. Like you sound, like I think is like me. One of the best groups I ever had was in college, and I had a group that we played all the intramural sports together. We had your white surfer dude. We had your tall, skinny dude from Long Island, New York, rich dude. His dad was real famous. We had a Middle Eastern dude. His dad came to this country, and you know what his dad owned? Bunch of convenience stores. We had we had an Asian dude in our circle. Now, come on, even listeners, y'all know how rare it is. Some of y'all ain't got no Asian dude in your top 25 people you texted. We had an Asian dude who played basketball with us. He was good at softball. He was good at flag football, and he was a down dude. Like that's the diversity of that group. We had in that group literal. When you think of somebody from Nebraska, yep, boom. I wanted that image to go into your head. This dude was like 6'4" from Nebraska. You know, the
Corn
reason they're
fed.
called the Cornhuskers. Goofy looking, and he was and his parents did own a cornfield, so he was the stereotypical Nebraska dude. That was one of the best circles I had in my life. We had so much fun. We all learned about each other.
Mhm.
Not many people will ever get that.
Well, I mean, I went to first of all, I think one thing you're bringing up is sports. That sports can be something that unites across
Yes,
different races and things like that. Because
yes,
playing volleyball, I played volleyball with like just a meetup group for
yeah.
many years in New Orleans, and it was such a diverse group
Mhm.
of people to be around, and that was super fun. But also, I went to a Holt International Business School, and it is an international business school in that I was a triple minority. I was black, I was a woman, and I was American, right? And all of those were the minority people in those spaces. So most people spoke different languages. They're from Germany, they're from India, they're right. And I'm like the dumb American that speaks one language, right? And I'm like, I
Come
don't even know
on,
what nobody's saying up
come
in
on,
here.
Michelle, what you doing?
So we would
God,
have meetings, and there'd be a dude from Russia, from Russian from Russia, right?
yeah.
Chinese from China, right? Like everybody from all different countries doing work together. So I admire, I like those type of spaces. I think they're fun.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and yo, how fun is it since you've had those circles when that dudette wants to share of themselves? So you could like pull up your chair, get close, like, yo, man, tell me what the cookouts look like back in Russia. Yo, Chinese dude, how y'all play ball over there? Because y'all don't do nothing in the Olympics. Y'all horrible. But like back home, who's y'all's Jordan? Like that was so much fun to be able to learn and to be able to. But some people will never get that. And why is that, Rochelle? Why is it that sometimes we click up and we don't want to be either uncomfortable and step out, embrace people, bring someone that's diverse into our circle? And I mean, any type of ethnicity does this. Why is that, you think?
I mean, I don't. I think you're most times in your social circles, you're looking for stuff that reflects back who
Yeah,
you are, how
yeah,
you see yourself. And whatever the most important ways that you see yourself. So, for instance, maybe black is not as important to you as athletic, right? And so then you wind up with a lot of athletes across whatever thing. It's like, I want to, maybe I want to hang out with people who are mothers, and that group might look very different than if I said I want to hang out with black people. Some of the dudes there, like, I'm not a mother, right? And so I think it's how you're defining yourself and how you're defining yourself at the time. Like, there's time for everything, right? Again, there's a time for everything. When I was in college, I realized how little I had ever learned about being black or being a woman, and I am both. And so I had to go study those things and learn about them. And then, of course, now my identity, I'm really pushing toward understanding blackness and being black. And that's the table I'm going to be sitting at, right? And then later, when I'm more interested, like now, I'm more interested in understanding the different things that women have to struggle with. So my table looks different now because now there's a wide range of women at the table, right? And so over and over again, we're pushing towards understanding certain pieces of ourselves, and those are the tables we determine to sit at.
I like it. Rochelle, I want to know then. Look, this is in no way his judgment. It's just a conversation. But you having a cookout tomorrow, and your boy Donato was like, yo, girl, here's 2 G's. Go have a nice cookout. Boom. Oh, it's not a loan either way. I'm just dropping 2 G's in your hand. Who you inviting to that cookout? And I only want people that you don't know. Celebrities.
People that I don't know.
Scholars. They could be dead or alive. Who are the top 5 dead or alive you want at that cookout?
Okay.
There may be others.
I'm gonna have to. I need thinking time. I have to have thinking time for this.
No problem. No problem. And you remember, you're going to be able to invite other people, but these will be the top 5. And again, you're bringing them back at their primes. So if you wanted Muhammad Ali, it's whatever representation of Ali you want. You want the old Ali, the young Ali. You want the Cassius Clay before he became Ali. What's your problem?
I do not know. I probably would have Whoopi Goldberg there just because I think she's cool and you could learn a lot from her from throughout her career. I mean, she has an EGOT. She got to be able to tell you a lot of different stuff. I think I'd have Maya Angelou there because I saw her one time when I was a kid, and I swear it's like you could see her words like she was painting in there. And so she would just drop the wisdom. There would be a part where we just had to be, shut up, everybody shut up. Say whatever you want. And she just started reading the phone book, and I'd be like, that is deep. I do need to change my life. You're right.
That sounds like a nice street that restaurant's on. Maya.
Yeah, you had to have Maya there. Gosh, I probably, what is the dude now? I don't know his name.
Oh,
which is bad. But Toussaint, is it Toussaint? Is it Toussaint L'Ouverture? I'm making stuff up. The dude, the Haitian revolutionary, right?
Oh,
that like is the leader of the Haitian revolution. You know, I'm gonna need him there for talk to me about strategy, bro. I see you got a clear strategy up in here, how you moving people around. So
you were right, Toussaint L'Ouverture.
Yeah. I'm gonna need homie there to for that part. You know what I'm saying? I got people to help me with the understanding like comedy as a message, and I got people that know how to like weave it together in these like pretty verse and wisdom like that. Okay, now I got a strategist.
Yes, you do. Great.
Okay,
you only got 2 left though. You only got 2 left.
I gotta have Barry Gordy there, right? Because he understands like music and media and like formatting a strategy to move things and like a
all
Ford, like a
together.
Henry Ford. Yeah, he had that kind of mindset, but around music. Technically, I would want him and Smokey Robinson, but I mean, because they was together on that work.
Yeah.
But if I only had to have one, I'm gonna go ahead and get Barry and let him feed me. You know what I'm saying? And then I think finally, I don't know. Uh, Alive or Dead. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have
Yeah.
Jesus there. Okay, I'm gonna have
Ooh.
Jesus come through because he understands having like the bridge between the spiritual world and the
Yeah.
physical world, and
Yeah.
he knows being killed, like you know what I'm saying. He knows the pressure of trying to
Yeah.
live a righteous life, and the importance of having like your homies around you. He had his 12 homies, you know. He had his disciples, so
Hey, if Jesus showed up, you're gonna ask him. You're gonna ask him, hey, who killed Tupac? Who killed Biggie? You gonna ask him?
he gonna be like, that's not none of your business.
No, oh, come on, Jesus, you gonna play me like that? I'm going over to talk to Maya Angelou. You done with you, man. Eat your chicken. I'll be back. I ain't even put lotion on. Look at them sandals you got on. Ain't even
I
put
mean,
on no
have you
lotion.
seen what's the movie with Chris Rock and they're like looking for God because God got kidnapped. You know
Yeah,
that movie?
I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Mm,
Well, there's a part where the Chris Rock comes and they was like, yeah, something something Jesus, and he was like, yeah, me and Jesus was doing this and this and this and this, and they go, you know Jesus? He said, know him. He owed me $5. So you don't know. Jesus might come back and he the one over beverages. He mixing water to wine. Like he got it
yeah.
going on.
Oh, wait, did you just put Jesus to work at your cookout?
Yeah, everybody has a job.
God. Oh, no, not God, Jesus. Oh
Everybody
my
working.
Jesus, what are you doing, Rochelle? Hey, she by herself. I just gave her the money, dog. What she did with it to cook out, that's on her.
Think how much money you would save if you got Jesus over here breaking bread
Nah,
and
you know
doing
what?
the wine. It's
Let
gonna
me
be the
say this
best
on
wine.
wax. I'm taking the money back. I ain't even gonna give you that money now. You
No,
about
the
to get
2,000
I'm
is
about
for
to
the
get
for the
struck
rental.
down by lightning messing with you. Donato,
I,
this was your fault.
I need the rental fees to be paid.
Hey,
But
that's
but
her.
God got us on the catering. I'm just
That's
saying. Jesus got us on the catering, is all I'm saying.
her. You see, you messing me up. I ain't even gonna get to go to heaven now. Like, hey,
Uh,
remember that hypothetical you gave her? Well, we didn't think that was funny. We
what you
didn't
thought?
think that was funny.
What you thought Jesus was doing? He a part of, he out there. They literally said he was at parties turning water to wine. That man was
God
he was
said,
getting
I'm the
lit.
only one to tell my boy to work. You telling Jesus to work. St. Peter at the pearly gate said, nah, you ain't getting up in here. We heard what y'all was doing. $2,000 and y'all don't put Jesus to work.
Working, that's what he good. But that's what he good at, multiplying. You know what I'm
No
saying?
doubt. No, I feel like you gotta see him do some party tricks, right? Hey, Jesus, do that thing again. Hey, Uncle Rocky, come here. You
Wait,
ain't gonna
Jesus,
believe
look,
it. Hey,
I'm gonna just give
do
you
that
one
thing.
fish. Jesus, I'm gonna give you one fish now. Come on. Let
Hey,
me see
and he Jesus, so he gonna do it, right? He's like, man, I'll do it this last time, man. You know what? I'll do it as many times as you want, but I gotta say, I'll do it this last time, girl. Blah blah blah. Fish. Blah blah blah. You think he's a showman? Like you think he's got to go? He's just cool with it and be like, fish. There's a
No,
fish.
I think that people will be making fun of him like, hey man, this is awesome how you do fish. Can you do like, I don't know, cattle? And you're like, nah, man, I only do fish. You'd be like, oh man, we haven't had enough fish. Do
He
something
said,
else, do bread.
oh, so Jesus got an attitude because he's like, man, I ain't God.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I ain't. Do you see what my belt buckle say? It said Jesus, right? Not God.
I'm
Mm.
here to
Oh,
chill too, homie.
everybody comparing me to my dad. He got daddy issues. I don't know. I'm assuming, bro. I don't know. It's Rochelle. Rochelle, you're taking me down. You know what? We at the end of the pod, everybody. Rochelle, before we go though, are there any engagements, any times coming up that you want to? I'm gonna try to publish this thing real quick, and then of course social media that people can keep up with you
on. Things coming up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna skip that one,
okay.
and then people can follow me on Instagram at Rochelle_War, on TikTok at Rochelle McConico. That's 2 C's 1 N for harkening back to the literacy thing. As far as shows, I do have some shows coming up. When does this come out?
Now you put the pressure on me.
I mean, it depends on what I need to plug.
I think I'm gonna have a lot of editing here. I can have this out. I can have this out tomorrow.
Okay, so that's just helping me know what shows to plug. Okay, because it don't make any sense to plug something and they're not gonna be able to go to it.
I ain't cutting none of this. I'm gonna leave that Jesus in there too. So now your aunt, the good Reverend Doctor, she gonna be calling you up. Baby, I saw you on the pod. We need to talk. Come on out. Come on down to Buddha. Let's talk, baby.
We're together doing the morning grind. So I'm on the morning grind on Thursday mornings from 7:30 to 10. That's happening. I am on a nerds comedy show coming up on July 13th. So you can check my Instagram for that. And then on the 14th, I'm doing a show called Nikki and Friends with Nikki Coleman, who was seen on Kill Tony. So she's doing a big show, and that's going to be fun too. Yep.
Rochelle, this was what I thought it was going to be, and it was funny. It was fun. So thank you for coming on. Thank you for making the time.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, the pleasure was all mine. Have a great rest of the day.
All right. Thanks.